Hello, how are you? Welcome to my channel. My name is Ruth and today I have a bit of a confession to make. I've bought an awful lot of eyeshadow palettes lately. Excuse the light. I'm going to be moving around a bit to try and not get it blinded. But anyway, bought a lot of palettes. Part of it was during the fever of Miss Rona. I can't be responsible for my actions. When I had the plague, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. Others, yeah, I was fairly cognizant when I bought them, but there you go. So I thought, let's do a video. Let's show you what I've brought into my collection. I haven't even used all these yet, but I just want to show you. And just maybe in making this video make me realize no more. No more. A lot of these are brands that I've never tried before and I was really keen to try. So let's use that as an excuse too. First up, we have the Glaminatrix Sugar and Spice palette. So Glaminatrix would be so expensive to get from Australia, from the brand themselves, but Monolith in Europe makes it more affordable. Because these ain't cheap. But God, is it beautiful. I kind of get it now. Do you know when people go on about certain brands and certain formulas and duochromes and multichromes and all that, and you kind of go, how good can they be? Like, you know, yeah, they're good. They're just, I don't know what to say. They're like, I should have B-roll up. Who she thinks she is, her B-roll. But like, just the shiftiness of them and the feel of them, just, it's nearly like a cream shadow, but it's not, obviously. They're just really beautiful. But yeah. So hopefully I'll get that in a Shop My Stash soon. I'm trying to do, if you've been watching, I'm doing Shop My Stashes and I'm trying to pick maybe 4 palettes a month, and I think of the 4, one should definitely be a new palette to my collection so that it gets use. Next up is this little quad from Rowan, Eyes on Me quad, and I've just heard so many people talk about it and it was on sale, so I thought, well, why not try it and see what all the fuss is about. Here it is here. I've used it a couple of times and, you know, it's nice. It's not worth the price tag, in my opinion. But yeah, I was just so curious because I've just seen, especially people like Lauren May Beauty and, you know, other people like that, Kyla Fish, and, you know, people that love these kind of style of eyeshadows, loving this palette. And I was just really curious. I wanted to see what it was like. And like I said, it is nice. I mean, I can't say it's not nice because it is, but it's just not, it doesn't wow me, and I wouldn't pay full whack for it. I just wouldn't. The Glaminatrix, I did pay full whack for, and I would consider it. I'd love to get the neutral one, so that's something I consider down the line, but not at the moment because Ruth has enough eyeshadow to last her, her whole family, all her friends, and possibly the whole neighbourhood for the rest of her life. So, you know, there's that. But yeah, look, I have it, I'll keep it, I'll use it. Like I said, it's nice, but it's not price tag nice. Next up is an Irish brand. It's a newish brand that has come out in Ireland called Cash Beauty. She's an influencer from the north of Ireland, and she has started her own brand, which I'm sure is like a private label, you know, aren't they all? But I just thought, this is called Copper Crush, and I thought this was such a lovely neutral palette. And it has everything you could possibly need for a look, if you know what I mean. You have your set and shade, you have your transition, you have your deepening, and you have your shimmers. So for me, this is a lovely one and done palette. I've tried it a couple of times and I've enjoyed it immensely. They have other colorways that I might consider because it's quite, you know, it's affordable. It's not a very expensive brand. It's kind of like, it's not Catrice prices, more like Pixie prices, if that makes sense. It's not quite high end, but not quite drugstore either. But you know, I've liked it and I've enjoyed it, which is good. Another brand that I have tried is Glam Shop. I got the Ballada palette, I think it's called. And again, this is one that was, you know, I've been influenced to buy all these really, apart from the cash one. Who influenced this one? Probably Rita from 10 Red Lipsticks, because she likes Glam Shop, and also Sophie Alexander. Again, she has a lot of Glam Shop eyeshadows. It's a Polish brand, so I've been trying a lot of European brands because obviously it's easier for me to get. But it's nice. It hasn't excited me enough to maybe want to buy more as of yet. We'll see down the line once I play with it a bit more. I've only used it once or twice and I wasn't completely blown away by it, but I need to play with it a bit more before I can say for sure that I'm like, not mad in the brand. Maybe I picked the wrong palette. That's a possibility too. Another brand that I tried, this one I really like. This is Gloss God's New Neutrals Remixed. And this was heavily influenced by Gabriella Francis and by Louise from Lolo's. Lolo. Just Lolo, I think it is on YouTube. But this is it here. Now, this is a beautiful palette, I have to say. Now, the only thing is, I don't know, can you see this here? This seems to be kind of... and it wasn't on it when I got it first, but after I swatched it, this seems to be kind of oil maybe coming from the pans. So be concerned about that, because I'm hoping that doesn't mean that they're going to dry out of that. But the shades themselves are quite beautiful, especially some of these special kind of shades, like this one here, and this one here. Again, hopefully I'll have a swatch video up on the screen to show you what they look like. But yeah, the mattes are lovely, really nice and easy to blend, and the special shades are quite beautiful, and the shimmer shades are lovely. They're very impactful. So overall, yeah, I really like this. This is a brand that I'd like to try more from. They have some beautiful kind of rainbow palettes, but I was kind of saying to myself, I'm trying to step away. Not that I'm trying to step away, I have stepped away from colour eyeshadow, although she says that she has purple eyeshadow on today. But I just want more kind of neutral palettes that I can just wear and head off to the shops with mum or whatever. But yeah, really like that. I then got, I know, we're still going, guys. I got 3 palettes from Alter Ego. Again, this is a brand I've been wanting to try for ages. Alejandra Lisette does great reviews, and I'm fuming with myself because she actually has a discount code, and I was searching for discount codes, and I thought I went onto Alex's channel, but I mustn't have done. I don't know, whatever, doesn't matter. I didn't get to use a discount code, and I didn't get to give her the affiliate because I'd rather give that to someone than not, you know. But anyway, I got 3 of them. So yeah, Alejandra Lisette heavily influenced me. Also, Gabriella Francis again, because she likes this brand a lot. So I thought, let's try it. Plus, I can't really afford Natasha Denona. And I've always wanted the Metropolis palette. It just for some reason spoke to me. So I got this instead. This is the Artemis palette. And the colour story is just beautiful. Now, what I will say is I was a bit surprised at the quality. It's actually quite good. The quality of the Alter Ego palettes. I didn't expect them to be this good. I thought they'd be a bit flimsier because of the price point and that, but they're really not. They're actually quite a good price point. So this is it here, and look, I've always wanted this palette. I've just always thought the colour story spoke to me on a serious level, and it is perfect for autumn, I feel like. So yeah, got that one. I also got them because I was very tempted to get the bronze palette from Natasha Denona, and I'm glad now that I got this one instead. This is the Canyon palette. So again, this is the bronze kind of dupe, and now that I have it, I kind of see that actually this is quite dark, and I don't wear an awful lot of dark eyeshadows because my eyes are quite small and hooded, and I just find that dark eyeshadows closes them in and kind of just isn't necessarily a great look for me. And as you can see, this is quite a dark leaning palette. So odds are I probably won't get quite as much use out of it as I would have hoped. And if I'd spent the Natasha Denona money, I'd have been kind of like, oh. So the last one then is the coastal one. So this one I had always been curious about as well, because it is the dupe of the Huda Beauty Rose Quartz palette, I think. And again, I had kept an I have Mercury Retrograde, love that palette. And this had caught my eye, but I kind of felt like it was quite, a lot of tones were similar maybe to the Mercury Retrograde, and it never went on sale like the Mercury Retrograde. Like I got the I'll say that again, Mercury Retrograde, half price, and I never saw Rose Quartz anywhere go to that. So I thought, okay, well look at, here we go. Let's try this and see how we get on. It's very pretty. Haven't used it yet, but it's very pretty. Looking forward to using it. Don't get this thing though, and I didn't get it when it was on the Huda's palette either. It's just like, that's just a gimmick as far as I'm concerned. And that's just my opinion. Next up, I have this one a while, but I still haven't used it yet because I felt like it's definitely an autumnal palette for me as well. And it was the Lowe's Cosmetics Meet Me in the Underworld. And I've just, from the day this was released, I just thought everything about it, the marketing, the palette itself, just really spoke. I love myths and legends and stuff like that, and I thought it was just such a beautiful idea. And then again, if this isn't autumn in a palette, I don't know what is. It's just gorgeous, and I can't wait to play with it. But yeah, this one is now it's quite dark as well. I'm probably going to have to bring in another palette to kind of lighten things up a little bit, but you know, that's fine. I don't mind doing that. But yeah, I just thought it was really, really beautiful, and I just, the concept, the whole concept of it just really spoke to me. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Next up was Cosmic Brushes. Yeah, another brand, mad to try, and they posted on their Instagram that, I don't know, a box of palettes had been misplaced by delivery and then had been found, so these were back on sale. So obviously people had been refunded or something, I don't know, but they had a box full of these on sale. So I thought, yeah, okay, I've always wanted to try them. And it's hard to be very quick with that site to get stuff because they're a small brand, so they don't have vast quantities. So once I spotted it, I said, yeah, let's try it. This is the Cosmic Brushes Muse palette. And again, the colour story is just beautiful, I thought. And again, very autumnal and winter leaning. And I thought, yeah, I'll enjoy this for the winter. I think it'll be a fun palette to play with. Again, a brand I hadn't tried before. Kind of, the shadows themselves remind me slightly of Glamlight, maybe? A little bit. The shimmers in particular. Mattes are lovely, they seem to blend lovely. I've only used it once, so I can't categorically say that, but there are some duochromes in it as well, which is always a bit fun to kind of play with in that. But yeah, Cosmic Brushes has come into my collection. As you can see, these are all brands that are new to me that I haven't tried before, so I kind of, you know, that was exciting to me. And then last but not least, just hang on a second, because I want to show you as well how this one came. So this is the Minka palette from Adept. So I've been mad to try Adept for ages, and then Jen from Project Beauty, she was just in raptures over her Adept palettes. And Monolith, again, Adept is available really in Europe without paying an arm and a leg for it, but Monolith had Adept on it in their restock this time around, and they had this palette for some reason spoke to me over the others, because I thought it's all shimmers. I have mattes to beat the band, so these are kind of shimmers that I want to try and play with. So this is it here. Look at that, isn't that just stunning? Absolutely stunning. Just, they all feel wet. There's a few duochromes, but they're all just so metallic and glittery and pretty. And these two mattes, I have them on today actually. I have these two mattes on today, and I have Selena on in the middle. So it's showing pink there, but it can kind of have a green flip to it when you tilt it a certain way. And I have the purple from Glaminatrix on as well. But yeah, they blended beautifully, I have to say. Very, very easy to blend. Again, I should hopefully have some B-roll up of this, kind of so that you can see the shifts a little bit. I hope. We'll see. But what really, no, palette, don't get me wrong, stunning, absolutely glorious. But I just thought their packaging was phenomenal. So they both came from Monolith, and to be fair, Monolith had them packed so well, because these are soft shadows. You'd be worried they might break a little bit, but no, everything was perfect. Bubble wrapped, brown paper, the whole lot. But the Adept box then was inside in it, and you open up the Adept box and you have cardboard on the inside. So you pull up that cardboard and you have foam then on the inside, and you take off this top and your palette is in underneath. I mean, it was so secure. There was just, I couldn't imagine how it would be possible for this to be damaged. And Glaminatrix was just in a small bubble wrap envelope within the box, obviously, but you know what I mean. I feel like you're paying a lot for these brands, the likes of Adept and Glaminatrix and that, and I appreciate the effort that went into the packaging and securing the product, because if you spent that money and you got it and anything was broken, you'd be just heartbroken. And I know a lot of these companies have great customer service, don't get me wrong. You get your product eventually, but it kind of takes the good out of it, because you're so excited. Then you open it and you go, oh, it was 3 shades broken, oh, you know, and it's just, it kind of deflates you a little bit maybe. But I just thought, wow, I just had to give a shout out to their packaging, because, and it's not bulky either. It's not like they're being excessive with their packaging. So they're still, you know, some, was it Gloss Gods maybe? Or Glam Shop, I can't remember. And it was in a massive box tonight, lads. Where are you off to? For a small little palette. It was like for this palette, and it was a massive box. It was just like, cop on now, that's just ridiculous. But yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to their packaging. Really gives you faith in their products. You know, if you're ordering from them, you know you're fairly certain it's going to be in good nick when it gets to you. But yeah, your man over here is sound asleep. I don't know, can you see him? If I tilted a bit, no, upside down. Out for the count he is. He's so cute. I love him. But yeah, that's all the palettes that go into my collection. So how many have you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 palettes, guys. No bueno. It needs to stop now, guys. It needs to stop, because that's ridiculous. I don't even know when I'm going to get to use them all, and that's ridiculous. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know, do you have any of these palettes? What are your thoughts on them? Do you have any hints or tips for application and, you know, things like that? Because there's some different kind of formulas inside there that I'm maybe not au fait with. So I'd love any hints or tips on how to use them. Any videos that you want to direct me to that have some great looks that I could maybe try and recreate a little bit. What do you think of what I've bought? Oopsie daisies. I was very sick, guys, and like, you can't expect me to, you know, be responsible for what I do when I'm very sick. You can't, like. So let's hope I don't get sick again between here and Christmas. Or Black Friday at least. Black Friday at least. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and hopefully I'll chat to you in the next one. Take care. Bye. Slán.